Why is that done it that way? I don't know why the launch button didn't work properly. Yeah, whatever, we're here. Have you noticed there is a new name who's not also a new name floating around lately?
Hello, Umbra.
Yeah. He's been a knob already, though.
No, me and Umbra once went house shopping on a Sunday morning. We were Google Mapsing.
But he said late, of course. I literally hit the launch countdown thing at 2100 on the dot. How's that late?
Can we go house shopping again at some point, Umbra? Because that was quite fun. Living vicariously through Google Maps.
Good evening, you wonderful human beings. My launch button didn't work properly, so I don't know why. Normally, I hit the launch button, it does the little countdown thing. It transitions to the live screen, it turns mics on. It didn't do those last two steps. Don't know why. One of those gremlins, it happens. Having said that, there is a significantly high number of reported issues with YouTube at the moment. Lots and lots of people in the UK report they just flat can't use it. So this might be a bit more of an intimate stream, all right? This might be less people than usual because lots of people are having issues. First things first, I haven't updated my tracker. You may notice my hair is wet. Lucy and I decided we're going to have a shower before stream this time round. So I am literally rushing to get the stream ready and live. So someone come up with a membership goal name for us. And before anybody gives any memberships at all, I have a favour to ask you, but I want the name for the tracker first. What can be our Friday night member tracker name?
Friday.
She's good at this. Tonight is sponsored by Nidhogger Mead. Sour cherry, right?
Mead hoggers.
When I say sponsored by, I mean I have a bottle. They've not paid for the episode. It's just great exclamation mark Mead, right? So pick us a membership tracker team and we will stick it on. Oh, this stuff is... I'm going to just fucking pour the whole bottle in. Oh, that's a lot of mead.
I've gone and used my lavender soap and I'm already like...
We're going to have fun tonight with this much mead in me, don't you worry.
You just have to throw things at me from across the room.
Across the room?
Like, wake up!
Friday fuckers, says Saray. I mean, it's on brand, right? It is on... Let's do it. It's the first suggestion in. That's what we're gonna call it.
What was wrong with mead hoggers? And what was the other one? Did I come up with two, or was it just...
No, I don't think you came up with one, really.
I did. Mead hoggers.
Yeah, not sure that's a thing. Okay, right. So Friday Fuckers is tonight's stream tracker gold thing. But before we do this, before we go on to Friday Fuckers and we talk about the stream topic, I have a little favour for people to ask, right? And it is a financial favour, but it doesn't benefit me. Okay.
Oh, I saw it.
There is a pinned comment. There's also an announcement in Discord. I had a message from one of the Great Hall members today, a guy called Andrew, right, who is doing a fundraiser. Specifically, it's pinned in the comment section. It's in the description below if you're watching on demand. And it's in Discord, like I say. Specifically, they're doing the 3 Peaks Challenge, okay? Yep. And they're doing it on the 16th of this month, if I remember rightly. Where is it? On the 18th of this month, on June the 18th, right? On June the 18th, the firefighters from Hitchin Fire Station are going to attempt to conquer the National 3-Peak Challenge. The challenge involves climbing the 3 highest peaks of Scotland, England and Wales in 24 hours, and this includes driving between them. It'll be grueling, walking a distance of 23 miles, and the total ascent is 3,064 metres. Please join us to make a difference. I'm raising money in aid of the Firefighters charity, and every donation will help. Thank you in advance for contribution, for cause that means so much to me. Firefighters, right? Mm-hmm. In any fucking country that you're in, where would we be without firefighters? I hope and pray, like I say in Discord, that none of you ever needs a firefighter. Ever. I really genuinely hope that. But if you do need a firefighter, then... let's hope it's one who's in good physical condition and is looked after. Now that brings me on to this one. So this one's raising money for the Firefighters charity, and the message that I got from Andy on Discord basically said one of two things. Firstly, he thought he'd have raised a lot more money by now. So this has been going for 3 months. He's raised £470 of his £1,000 target. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is currently 70 people in chat. If every single one of you donated £10 to this charity, and you might not be able to, and that's perfectly fine, please don't feel obliged to, and please don't put yourself out of pocket. But if every single person in chat donated £10, he'd beat his target.
Yeah.
He'd smash through his target. And for me tonight, I'll be honest with you, I'd rather do that. I'd rather beat his target than hit my membership goal, straight up. And the reason why they're doing it for the Firefighters charity, and I'm sure he won't mind me. He won't mind me. Words are a thing I can use. He won't mind me mentioning this, is because, as was in his message, he said, I'm a firefighter in Hertfordshire, and a couple of weeks, me and a few crew members are attempting the National 3-Peak Challenge, blah, blah, blah. We want to raise money for them as one of our watch commanders a few years ago went through a mental health crisis caused by PTSD. The Firefighters charity has helped him through, and he is now back to work.
Amazing.
Right? That's what the money's being raised for. So I've got the tracker up in front of me. I've pinned it in the comment section. I've pinned it in it's the top link in the thing below in the video description, and it's obviously in Discord. If every single person in stream chucks a $5 at him, he's going to get significantly closer to his end goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's up for that? In the meantime, can I have a hope loose for Mordy Hammer,
yes,
who gifted 20 members?
Mordy, I hope for you that if you have a water tank in your home and you're the last one to shower, there is still enough hot water for you to have a nice shower.
Strong.
And you don't have to turn the immersion on.
Oh, no one likes to turn
Not
the
in
immersion
this economy
No.
is that immersion going on.
Not in this economy. God, no. So, yeah, if you guys can chuck some cash at him, even if we just chucked another total 100 at him, if like 10 people dropped 10 or 20 people dropped £5, that'd be great. It helps him quite a lot, right?
So if they're doing the climbing and the driving in the same 24 hours, is it going to be a bit close to the wire, or is the driving, have they got comfortable?
But it's a challenge, isn't it, right? I would imagine that a challenge isn't much of a challenge if it's quite easy to complete it. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds silly to say that. When you say that out loud, it sounds stupid, right? Yeah. But a challenge isn't a challenge if it's really easy to do, ultimately. So yeah, that's tonight's real goal for you. Tim, thank you so much. You're a legend. What a hero. He says done.
Google Maps.
I don't know how long this thing actually updates, though, so I just keep hitting refresh in the hope that you lot go mad and throw fucking mad money at him.
Okay, so what's one of the peaks? Tell me one of the peaks.
England. It's the 3 highest peaks in the UK.
Which are, my geography is shocking.
Climbing the 3 highest peaks of Scotland, England, and Wales. I don't know.
Oh, for God's sake.
I don't fucking know.
Another Google tab
I was about to say, you say your geography is shocking. You've got fucking Google in front of you.
Highest peak in Scotland. I'm going to assume he's going to work furthest peak backwards.
Yeah. Right, so on the topic, to give you things if you want to super chat to the channel, if you want to put postcards in, if you want to start off a 10 conversations, you could be serious or stupid, right? We are going to ask for something a bit daft tonight because it's a Friday night, and that's the whole vibe of Fridays. If you're new here, this is the vibe of Fridays. Knox says Snowdon, Scafell, Pike, and Ben Nevis.
Ben Nevis is it's an extinct volcano.
So I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
So if you've been following along with the new Horus Heresy 3.0 stuff, right, then you will have seen that they are adding new attributes to the units in Horus Heresy 3.0. 4 specific brand new attributes that we haven't had in Warhammer for quite a time. Doesn't mean we've never had them before, but we haven't had them for quite a time. And that was leadership, coolness, something. I can't remember what the other ones are, actually, to be honest with you. Where is it? Does it tell us? It must tell us. I'm hoping it tells us somewhere in here. It does. It has told us. Willpower, intelligence, alongside leadership, cool. Exactly, right. So new stats. They're going to do new things, right? They're going to interact somehow, and they're going to give you attributes for your characters that will tell you how cool under pressure they are, what your willpower's like, etc., 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 right? So that is what they're bringing into Heresy, which I think is cool. I'm actually quite into it. I like the fact there's a little bit more detail there than 40k, and I'm going to actually have 2 different games to play in my sci-fi space battles. I'm super here for it. But what I thought we would do is, if you could add, Luce, to your data sheet, right, 1 attribute specifically that's you, what's the attribute going to be? Cleanliness. And what are you scoring out of 10?
What would I score myself for cleanliness?
Out of 10?
I want to say 10.
Okay. And how does it impact you on the battlefield?
I'm an absolute liability because I'm too busy worrying about the chaos you're all causing and the mess you're making.
So when you're trying to get Luce to do something, you have to roll a dice, and if you don't roll under or over her cleanliness attributes, then she can't do the thing you want her to do, like fire the gun. Too busy cleaning.
I'm quite good at organising. I could organise the chaos.
But that's perfect comedy. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. There you go. That's an example, right? Right, let's have a look at see where Andrew's at now. We're at 500.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible. We've got him halfway there. Whoa, halfway there.
Matted pubic hair.
Brilliant. We're at 630 now. It's just jumped by 130 quid.
Ah, you lot. Right, I've done the first. Does the 24 hours start from the station or from the first peak?
I would imagine it's from the first peak, I'd guess. I think it might be impossible otherwise.
So the first bit of driving from...
For you as well. Not all heroes while poses.
Dave, that's incredibly generous, but I mean, firefighters are... We there's a lot of stuff that goes in the press, right, about... the NHS and the ambulance service and doctors and how they've been striking over pay and their pay's not good enough and blah, 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 and their conditions are terrible.
Well, members stream snipe gone to good cause.
Thank you, Cass. I appreciate it. I've just seen your donate go through as well. Thank you so much, mate. You're a legend. So we've seen these. We see a lot of stuff, especially with COVID. Loads of stuff about the NHS, doctors, nurses, right, and rightly so. Genuinely rightly so. We also see tons of stuff in the press about the police. Some of it negative, some of it positive, and that they're underfunded, undermanned, etc. It's quite often as well that we just don't see anything about the fire service.
Yeah.
You know, and yet they are just as important. They're the people that will pull you out of a burning building. They're the people that will cut the roof off the car and get you out and get you to hospital. They do so much more. This is the other thing as well. They do so much more than just wield big hoses, Dave, right? I'm sure we all know. Brian muted. How? How is maybe that one? Did Brian not come through at all? Thank you, Dave. And let me try Cass's one again. Tell me if you hear it now. Did you hear the explosion? Did that happen now? He won't read it again, unfortunately. Well, sometimes he does. He's very temperamental. Did you hear that one that time, though, chat? Andrew, what are you doing, by the way? Andrew, so the Andrew who also just gifted 5 memberships is the same Andrew that we're currently raising money for.
Andrew, good. Are you starting the 24 hours from the fire station or from the highest peak? And are you starting at Ben Nevis?
Also, why are you gifting 5 memberships when you could just put 25 quid into your donor, you lunatic? Most people do the first one in the evening, drive down night, and then do the other 2 the next day. Interesting. Okay.
2 in one day.
Explosion fix. Okay, I think it was a muted thing where the launch didn't work properly, but we fix it now.
Oh, of course it's 2 in one day because it's 24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. Oh, all the best. I think, again, I would be too busy cleaning or organising. I'd be no help for
Heard the
you.
explosion, yes. I think we fixed it. Thank you so much. Let's see if Umbra's comes through.
Well, £10 donated to the Legends Climbing. And the one attribute would be Presense. How much your Presense affects either your own troops, willpower boost, or the enemy, reduction of leadership.
I am also here for serious answers, chat, as well. I like that one. Umbra. Also, can I say, it's amazing to see all of you wonderful people in chat all the time. It's amazing to see how incredibly engaged you all are. It is very, very lovely to see Umbra back.
I miss Umbra. We used to have some really good Sunday morning chat.
Because I think he just fell out of love for 40k, as a lot of people did.
Yeah.
It is genuinely lovely to see you back, mate. So,
Having a break is good.
Having a break is always good. We talked about that a little bit on Monday. Having a break is 100% always good. Starting from the base of Ben Nevis.
Okay, right. So
You have to start from the base of the shaft.
Well. Your first bit of driving, Andy.
Attribute, hunger, roll 2d6 need to score above rating, otherwise you can't do anything as you're too busy munching.
So what's your hunger rating then, Kev? Thank you for the $5, man. What a legend. What's your hunger rating?
Your first bit of driving, Andy, is 5 hours.
Ugh!
From Ben Nevis down to Scafell Pike.
Oh my
Scafell
Lord.
Pike.
Yeah. That's a bit mad, isn't it?
And then is it Snowdon? Is your last one Snowdon?
Where did you start? Ben Nevis, did you say? Yeah, Snowdon's the last one then, yeah.
Yeah? Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
switch those two around and then change Snow.
Even you, Cass, sometimes. Even you. When you're behaving yourself, even you. 11. Fucks, you've got to roll a 12 to do anything. I'm into it.
Okay, and then the second bit of driving from Scafell Pike to Snowdon is about 4 hours. So that's 9 hours gone.
Out of 24.
About 24.
So you're left with 15 hours to climb 3 peaks of 5 hours a peak. Well, that's a lie, isn't it? Because you don't just drive from the peak. You got to get up and down.
Yeah, up and down. And they're not all the same height. So all the same terrain. So
Ugh. That sounds fucking vile, mate. I'm going to be honest with you. Fair play to you.
yeah.
Fair play to you. That doesn't sound appealing to me at all. Hey, Necromancer Goblin, how's it going, dude? I'm glad to be back. I tried watching last night but fell asleep. Well, yeah, you know.
Scaffold Pike? Is that in Coventry? Loose.
I'm going to be honest with you, Rob. That's not an impressed face I'm seeing here from right now.
Going to try and stay to the end of the stream, but I'm on duty at the moment, so I might have to rush off.
I mean, that's fine, mate. I can't believe you wouldn't be in the fucking wagon with the blues and twos on with the stream still on.
I know, how selfish.
Selfish bastard.
Just tell everybody to shut the fire door. It buys you like half
What
an
are
hour
they supposed
per
to
door.
watch over your shoulder as you carry them out the building?
Selfish.
Me and my daughter are off to Scotland for a holiday in July 2nd. Sorry, in July, 2 miles from Ben Nevis. We'll not be trying to climb that one. The thing is, these 3 peaks are peaks that are climbed like really, really frequently. So I actually wouldn't be against a leisurely climb of something like
What's
Ben
one
Nevis.
of those?
Yeah, I mean, one that's not where you've got to do 3 in 24 fucking hours.
What's one of those?
Yeah, he's got to practically run up the hill.
I
It's
like
not a
to-
hill, it's a mountain, let's be
I like
honest.
to leisurely climb the stairs up to Bedfordshire.
Yeah, so like a
Leisurely.
leisurely, like, because that's the kind of terrain and scenery. I'd rather do that than sit on a beach, for reference, right? But
What, the stairs?
yeah, but I wouldn't want to do all 3 in a day. But then also, I see these people that want to go and do Everest. I'm like, you're mental. The amount of people that die up there.
Yeah.
Like, how many people die going up Ben Nevis? Almost none. Basically, no one.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah, please do. And let's not
Andy,
share it.
I'm just making you aware of the
Let's
risks.
not share it. Let's just keep it to ourselves if the number is greater than 0,
How
okay?
Many people die
The real challenge is to complete the land humps on a space hopper.
climbing Ben
I'm here for it.
Nevis.
I'm here for it. Done Ben Nevis several times. Have you, Rev? Is it all right? Is it not too bad?
Oh, Ben.
Oh, I forgot to add the 5 members as well to the tracker. Is the number greater than 0? Because if it's greater than 0, we shouldn't share it.
Mount Ben Nevis has, since 1849, over 100 fatalities have been recorded. The actual number could be higher because some lone climbers might not be reported as lost. There's an average of about 3 deaths per year on the mountain. Mountain.
How does that work?
Greed all 3 peaks challenge when?
Almost never. I'm far too fat. But thanks for the $2 anyway, man. What legend. I think the PayPal link doesn't work. Can you chuck exclamation PayPal when you donate yourself? What? What do you mean, Ash? You've lost me. The PayPal link absolutely does work. Anyway. What was I going to say? I was going to say something then. Oh, yeah. How can it have just over 100 deaths since 1849? Which is 176 years ago, and then average 3 deaths a year. That doesn't make sense.
I hear
There's
ya.
a discrepancy there.
Yep. I spell everything correct on my Google search. It's not my fault.
There's a discrepancy there, though, right? You're with me. 150, 225.
Yeah, but
It
did also say it could be higher because some lone
But
climbers.
you still need 525 plus deaths to actually average 3 a year from 1849. Because that's just how maths works. So something there's not right.
So then what we're saying is we're actually in credit of deaths. So Andrew and his crew are fine. They fear
no
nothing.
risk. No risk.
You're done. There's actually credited deaths
No
now.
risk. No risk at all. Yeah, that's how that works. Chat, we are on, for reference, at this very moment in time, £675 raised out of 1,000. You lot are incredible. 17 people have just made a donation, it says.
Aw,
That's all of you.
you guys.
You guys. No, I lied. It's updated. Not 675, 745.
As a SCO donor, very appreciative of fire service.
Yeah, I bet you are. Oh, I did Bed Nevis twice in March, April.
Twice?
Just a brief walk then, innit? Obviously. It'll be fine. Yeah, we're at nearly 750 now, at least. That's insane. You guys are incredible. Absolute mad lads. Love you all. You're amazing. Andrew says, thank you, everyone. Your support is insane. It is. It is. Really, really good. Amazing. We'll get you to your target by the 18th of June, Andrew. Trust me. I believe. I believe.
I need to drink more water. It's
Why?
actually really difficult to drink.
Can I introduce you to
water.
our Lord and Saviour mead?
No, that's not water.
I mean, it's liquid. And it is going down really fucking well. $97 people watching, but only 54 likes. It's over 100 people watching on my screen. It's the intimate 100. I need more attributes anyway. I don't know what my attribute would be. What would my attribute
Your
be, Luce?
attribute
Oh, God.
directly affects my attribute of cleanliness, because if I don't have anything to clean, then my power, whatever it is inefficient. So your attribute could be that you are messy.
Okay. So a messy attribute.
Yeah. And if you are tidy, then that affects my efficiency
So you've
because I
got
have nothing to clean.
attributes that feed off of each other is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here for it. I don't think I'm that messy, though. I'm rude.
Yes, okay.
I didn't think I was that messy. Joe's would be flatulence. I mean, that is an attribute that I think could be relatively common. What have you just dropped there?
My earring thingy.
The earring thing is just fell out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rob, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. WAP 26. Legend. I'm okay with it, though, because Mr. the Fireman has more money. So we're good for that. Legends, one and all.
Who just gifted?
Mr. the Castellan.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Which No, I thought it was a ding, and it isn't. Bum, bum, bum. How can you be messy if you were in the army? I'm not that messy. I'm not that messy at all. Yes, and honestly. Liam's would be hyperfixation. That would be a good one. Squirrel Noob, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. What a hero. Up to 31. Banging. Oh no, that's 42. That's not 31. It's a whole different set of numbers. Action should be an attribute. How stupid you are at struggling to wait for a bus in the open to score victory points. Yeah, exactly. Andy says, Luce, are you saying you need Liam to be messier?
No, because there's a secret option 3. Is that if you become self-sufficient in your tidiness, it secretly opens up free time on my side of the timetable, and I can do my hobby, which gives me the ultimate happiness that then feeds into your efficiency.
Right, so hang on.
Yeah.
Are you trying to tell me that your hobby isn't cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Umbra Mortis, thank you, you fucking hero, for 5 gifted memberships. We're up to 36. What a legend. I love it. I do, however, get slightly triggered when memberships aren't in multiples of 5. But thank you, Umbra, you're a legend. Up to 36, you fucking beautiful human beings. How many people have hobby plans this weekend? What are your hobby plans? Joe is currently at Warhammer World.
Again?
For a tournament this weekend with Dan and Sai and Adam. And then Paddy and Tom are at Bristol GT this weekend for a big major tournament. So lots of the team off doing tournamenty things. And tomorrow, I'm editing a motorbike video.
Liam is not messy. He is a man. Men just store things within reach.
He's not wrong. Not wrong at all. I actually am not that messy, to be fair.
Because you're too messy. And I'm just too damn clean.
No wonder the numbers.
That's how it actually goes.
Is it? You'd be surprised the amount of gopping gremlins in the army, to be fair. You preach, 100%. Build Wolves. Oh, yeah, the new Wolves box turns up this week, doesn't it? This weekend. Getting 2 boxes of new Wolves going to be busy. Yeah, I've got stuff to build. I haven't built for a while, and I'm feeling the itch to start building again. I'm going to get my bike video edited in the morning. But I then might do some hobbying over the weekend, to be fair. Although Sunday's Vag! Exclamation mark Vag. Sunday's Vag team. I'm going to play some Battlefield. Yeah, motherfuckers. Hoorah. Well, we've got him to 75% of his goal.
That's amazing.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Within like half an hour.
Yeah, within 27 minutes. Or less than that, according to Umbra, because apparently I was late. Going to get the Phantom finish this weekend. Amazing, Boltec. Amazing. I have a great and clean one to assemble and paint. One of my all-time favourite models. He is a stunning model, exactly, to be fair. I'm currently converting a very old Predator to the Forces of Chaos. Sounds great. Got elves to build and Emperor's Children to do. Been that busy last month. Hobby being sidelined. That's fair. That happens, mate, all the time. Played some 40k last night. Playing another game in about an hour. And then another game tomorrow. My nephew is in town on summer break from university, so we're catching him up. That sounds incredible. Lots of games all the time. Bollocks for about the Wolves. Forgot about the Wolves. I assume that's supposed to say, Rob, all the Wolves but Sea Wolves. So far this week, I've built 6 Thunderwolf Cavalry, 5 Wolfen, and 10 Wolfguard Terminators. Here for it, Tim. I'm loving all the Wolves hype, chat. I'm loving all the Wolves hype. At the moment, if anyone says to me, what army should I start? I'm like, Wolves.
Wolves.
Space Wolves. But I don't really like Power Armor. Space Wolves. Space Wolves. Going to be my Lord of Skulls this weekend. Good man. I need to get Joe to do the Lord of Skulls for the channel, actually, to be fair. I've had a weird interest in starting Chaos Knights. Don't like Titans in 40k, and battleship tests are pointless. Very interesting Chaos Knights, though. I mean, Chaos Knights are a fucking cool model range, to be fair, Escape. They are super cool models. Done quite a bit of hobby this last week, so going to take a break tonight and maybe tomorrow get a game on Sunday, though. That sounds amazing. Little breaks are important. Chill out. Have a chat. Return to the old world. First game of 40k for months, maybe first this year. You'll have to let us know how it goes. And Return to the Old World is a grey name team, as is the other one that I just saw, Inger. Inger? Inger. Inger? Is that how you say it? So if we've got our best snipers in chat, that would be amazing. Bang! Like that. They're actually killing though. Going to try and finish my custom librarian in a Tacticus war suite. Boo Wolves, I hate them. I really love them, but can't afford to start another army. Fair. Mordyhammer, thank you for the one gifted. Up to 37. Can we just get to 40 so it settles my OCD? And then it just goes up in 5 all the way up to 100, and then we're happy, right? And
There you go.
We're good, aren't we? Thank you for the one gifted, Mordyhammer. You're a legend. Love you. And Andy is still on 745. I tell you what. You've all been amazing so far. If we get to membership target tonight, I'll put 50 quid into the donation. Seems fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we get 100 gifted members tonight, Rob, thank you for the one. Tim, thank you for the one. If we get to 100 tonight, I'll put another 50 quid in before the end of the show. I thought that's fair. Someone summon the whales. Got my first game of new Death Guard tomorrow. What detachment do I run? Well, it depends what you want to take. Yes, thank you for the 5 gifted, you fucking beautiful human. And I hope your mum's okay. Send her our love. Add my 5 when you add the 50. What are you talking about? Is this what you messaged me about earlier? I don't have it. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, okay, I can do that. That's fine. I've got it, mate. I'm with you. I've caught up. I'm with you. A tenner for every member over 100? Nah, that wouldn't make sense, Paul. That would bankrupt you probably pretty quickly knowing you lot. I was watching yesterday's Liam and Joe show. I forgot about the live stream. It's fine. We've changed the timing, so I'm expecting the numbers to be a bit weird for a little while. But I PayPal because the dono link didn't work for me. Did you try all of them? Did you try the one in the chat, the one in the description, and the one in Discord? I get my ass handed on Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is great. I'm trying to work out what I have done for Liam to call my name. Am I in the doghouse? No. I like to use personal names, specifically when people are behaving themselves. Because it's personal, and I like that. I like being personal. Schooner, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Also, 20 gifted memberships, just so you're aware, gets you a loose hope.
Mm-hmm.
They're significantly rarer than Joe hopes, which is why they're at 20 rather than 5s. But thank you, Schooner, you fucking beautiful hero, for the 10 gifted memberships, up to 54 of the finest members. The link on the actual GoFundMe page. Ah, right, I get it. I'm with you. Okay. Well, I've got you. Well, I'll sort it out. I want to get Belisarius Call's base done tomorrow and then out pigeon shooting on Sunday. Oh. My name is Escape. Is it? I don't think it is. Yesterday's stream was great. Joe trying to show how not pissed off he was when he was on live stream. I don't think he did a great job of that, Paul. You? He was a bit of a sad panda last night.
Was he?
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you? I don't want to assault intelligence here. I'm not taking the piss. Do you know the mathematical average on a 2 dice roll on a dice roll of 2 dice?
I think I heard you say it 7.
7, yes. So a dice has 6 possible outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the exact in the middle of those 6 dice of those 6 outcomes is 3.5. Right? You can't get 3.5. Okay. So the average on a dice is between a 3 or a 4.
Right.
Which is why dice rolls, a lot of them are, if you have a 4+ dice roll, it's considered 50-50 because there are 3 outcomes that are 4, 5, or 6, so 4+, and there are 3 outcomes that are 1, 2, 3, and below 4. So it's a 50-50 dice roll, right? Okay. But the mathematical average is 3.5. So if you roll 2 dice together, you add the 2 mathematical averages together of 3.5 and 3.5, you get a mathematical average of 7 on 2 dice. That is your average.
Right.
Right? That is the bang middle of rolling 2 dice is 7. This is important for context, okay? So, when you're playing an army of many, many guns, and you decide to stand lots of things out in the open in front of many, many guns in turn 2, so you can charge them, and a charge is when you take 2 dice and you roll them, and what you do in that particular circumstance is you make sure that you're an average of 9 to 10 inches away. How many of those charges do you think he made?
None.
None. So when you stack the odds against you...
Roland's poorly again.
Oh my lord. Oh my god, Roland. When you stack the odds... Fucking hell. When you stack the odds against you, it is possible that you'll fail all of them. And then what you've done is you stood in the open against an army of lots of guns. So what do you think the army with lots of guns does when you're stood in the open?
Shusting.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of shusting. And then in turn 3, when
Can you retreat your army?
No, you could not stick them out in the open in the first place and stage and get ready. And then when that doesn't work, turn 2, and you fail those charges and everything dies, what would you probably do in turn 3? Would you A, repeat what happened in turn 2, or B, come up with a different plan?
Am I pretending to be Joe?
Yeah.
So I'm going to shove them back out in the open.
Yeah, you can do the same again. Aim for those 9-inch charges, which are mathematically unlikely.
Because I can change him. This time will be different.
Yeah. And then fail your charges and be in the open in front of an army with lots and lots of guns. So yeah, that's what happens. Thank you so much, Roland Bain, who's clearly got a head injury this week, for your 50 gifted memberships. That takes us over the target. We're on 104 members. We are on £32.88 of super chats. Just throwing that out there and saying that out loud. For reasons, why not? That means we're going to be donating an extra 55 quid to the charity right now because I'm adding Ash's £5 that he actually sent it to me via PayPal as well, so I do have it. So what I'm going to do is donate now. And we're going to add £55. Tip GoFundMe. No, you can fuck off. You don't have any of it. And we'll go PayPal. Please enter a valid email address. Excuse me, chat. I promised you if we hit over the 100, I'd gift the 50. I said I would. Don't display my name publicly on the fundraiser. Don't sign me up. I'm happy to provide the charity my name and email so they can notify me I don't want to. Yes, yes, help my chosen charity by adding gift aid. Yes. I confirm I'm a UK taxpayer. Yes. PayPal. Change. Out of my personal bank account, chat. Is he going to ask me to text?
You gotta give Roland a hope.
I will. I'm currently just trying to do my donation. All right, and then Roland can have his hope. We're at £800 raise now. 200 quid to go, and he's hit his target.
Amazing.
I have followed through on my promise, chat. We have gifted £50 plus Ash's £5. We've gifted £55 to the charity that's pinned. There we go. We're up to a total of £800 donated. How do I go to the... How do I go back to the charity? I should go back to the page now. I'm going to have to click the link, aren't I, in this chat. Boop, boop.
Oh, there's no alarm clock tomorrow.
There is no alarm clock tomorrow.
God.
It's showing £800. There we go. Cool. And I hid my name because I don't want people to know it's me outside of the chat, right? Outside of the live stream.
Andy, if we go well over your target, are we allowed to make silly requests? Like...
He could do it in Viking gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when he gets to the top of the one, he has to put a Great Hall flag in.
Yeah. Or like, you know, people get the T-Rex fancy dress costume thing. He has to go up
reasonable.
looking like T-Rex.
I hope for Roland. I hope for Roland.
That he finally kicks this terrible bout of sunstroke. That could be a good one.
I hope for you, Roland, that the next time you do your weekly shop for your household, as you go through the checkout in that supermarket, loads of sirens and alarms go off as they celebrate you being their 10 millionth customer.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And not only do they give you that shop for free, but they say, guess what? Your shopping's free for the rest of the year.
I heard a rumour that if you go into labour in a Tesco supermarket, you get a year's supply of nappies.
Yeah, I heard that you just got your shop for free.
So when we were pregnant with James and I was overdue, we must have spent most days just...
We were just walking around Tesco's.
Just walking around Tesco's of like, babies are expensive, we need
just
the free nappies.
On the floor. Yeah. Place a Great Hall objective marker at the top of each peak. Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Is it bad that I'm more upset that my colleague didn't tell me directly he was getting promoted than me being sad about not getting the promotion? Well, the thing is, Ash's colleague got the promotion that Ash was going for.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, but what car does he drive? Not a Skoda. He drives a Mercedes. Makes sense?
Winners drive Skodas.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
You got to be humble somehow, and having a crap car is a good way.
Yeah. Chat, Andy's now £200 away from finishing the target. The temptation to just finish it is strong, but
maybe he just felt awkward and he knew that you wanted it too.
I think that's probably the case. I would feel less offended by it and more like he probably just didn't want the awkward conversation, and it might be that he thinks you're a mate or whatever, and he just thinks, how do I? Because work and mates gets messy.
Yeah.
It just does, mate. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
So there we go. What if you convince the child? What if you conceive the child in the supermarket? Free baked goods for a year. Sorry, Luce. How many seats does your car have?
I don't have a car.
She's driven around.
Yeah.
She's chauffeured everywhere, Ash.
Yeah. I do often refer to Liam as driver.
Driver!
Driver! Oh. You're late.
Bags! Just all the time. Yeah.
No, I'd never click at my driver, thank you. You click at the dog, you don't click at the driver.
Yeah. I was giving a free Skoda as a kid. I gave it to my sister as I loved the Ford Escort. No one loves a Skoda. Ash, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ash.
I think if I did drive, I'd want something like a Yaris. Just like a little zippy thing. Any kind of motorway driving.
I've just had a great picture from Dan of Joe. And I don't know where they've gone to or how I just randomly got this photo from him, but I bet they're on the beer. I can't show it on stream, but I just got sent that. Just that's it. No context, no words.
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know how or why that is the photo. Where they've gone to get that photo. I can't put it on stream. I'll put it in Thanes. I can put it in Thanes. I was just randomly sent this by Dan for all of you fuckers not watching the show. Forward.
Bet he's at Hooters. Do we have a Hooters in this country?
Yeah, in Nottingham.
Have you been in it?
Yeah.
Is it the whole t-shirts thing and... I have this idea in my mind of what I think Hooters is because of American TV.
It mostly depends on what day you go.
Do they have a B team?
So we went to Nottingham. We went to Nottingham for Brom's stag do because he didn't want to go mental. He didn't want to go abroad.
Yeah.
I was like, he'd never been to Warhammer World. He really wanted to go. So what we did is I planned the stag do in Nottingham because I thought it was all right on the piss anyway. And there's lots of cool things in the area. So we went tank paintballing, we did clay shooting, we did loads of cool stuff. Right, tank paintballing, by the way, peak. Clay pigeon shooting there was amazing as well. We did loads of cool things.
That image is gonna haunt me.
Booked. If you want to see, you have to go to Thanes. Booked a hotel in Nottingham, etc., right? And I also had been. We were much younger back then, and I'd been to some cool places in Nottingham. There's a nightclub complex called Rock City, which is pretty cool. It's a couple of cool like rock bars and stuff like that. So it was less like teeny pop clubbing stuff, and kind of more suited to fat sort of closing in on middle-aged men, rather than the 18-year-olds who think they can fight the world.
So lots of NSYNC.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was what we booked. So we drove up there on the Friday, and we're like, Friday's just going out, something to eat as a team, food, drinks, get out on the piss. It's a fucking stag do, of course that is. Get Brom throwing up, right? Cool. So off we went to Nottingham, and we checked into these hotels, and walk out to the main road, and over the main road there is Hooters, and I was like, amazing. Didn't know it was there, but that can be our starting place. That's where we can meet up each evening before we go into town, because it's there and it's Hooters, right? And it's who doesn't want to go on Hooters on a stag do? So we went in there on the Friday, and John, who has played AS on the channel, John had never been to Hooters before in his life.
Wait, which John?
John, I don't want to say his surname just in case, John, who comes to my birthday and...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So John had never been to Hooters before in his life. And he was like... I was like, yes, John, we're going to Hooters. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you
yourself.
Have you not seen a woman before? So we went in there. So I said, right, well, drop your stuff in a hotel, get showered, ready to go. Cool. Right. We'll meet in Hooters at like 7 o'clock or something. I can't remember, like 6:30, whatever. And I was like, we'll grab pre-drinks in Hooters. So I...
Is this a first-person view of Joe's kid being born? That face, I wouldn't be surprised the baby was bracing itself being pushed out.
I can't put it in. I can't put it on YouTube because I'll just get demonetized. Chat. That's how bad the photo is. I said like be there at like 6:30 or something like that, right? So I was like, as the person who'd organised the whole thing, I thought I need to be in there pretty early on so I can guide the traffic.
Yeah.
I got in there at whatever time I said, about 5 minutes before. I think it was 6:30, so like 25 past. As I walk in there, John's already at the bar. Like a fucking excited meerkat, honestly, is at the bar. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And if John is watching, or his other half, at this point he was completely single, so it's fine, okay? Right? So I walked up to John. I was like, you're right. I was like, this is incredible. Can we just stay here all night? I was like, no,
It's not
John.
your stag.
No. And it is who it is. So you're talking about hot pants, tight t-shirts, and on this particular evening, most of the people that were working were relatively attractive, relatively large-chested ladies serving you your food and drink, right?
Okay, yeah.
So John then convinced everyone we should have dinner in Hooters.
Is it the whole high heels and big hair and...
I'll be honest with you, Luce, I don't think anyone's looking above the neck or below the ankles. Who knows? They could all be bold for all we know, right? So he then convinced everybody that we should have dinner in Hooters. Like, cool, yeah. So we had this long like table of like 16 people and all ordered burgers
Dinner
and stuff.
at Hooters.
And one of the reasons I know, yeah, right, we can eat anywhere, Hooters. And one of the reasons why I was happy to stay was because I had discovered that they had Desperados on tap on draft.
Okay.
So you could order pints of Desperados, and as you well know, I like Desperados.
Yeah.
So I sat there drinking, and John was. I think I was worried he would be stuck in that grin for the rest of his life.
Aww.
The whole fucking time. And Rob was like, this is adorable. We went into town, we got shit-faced, went to the clubs, etc. It was amazing. John, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. We'll do your hope in just a second. I'll get to it. Let me finish the story. But you're amazing. I love you. And don't forget, people, we're still raising money for firefighters. Click the link that's pinned. Donate some dosh. He's £200 away from his target. Right, so... on the Saturday, we go clay pigeon shooting, shoot some shotguns, etc.
Yeah.
We go paintballing, and all fucking John's talking about going back to Hooters. That's all he's talking about. Go. I was like, John, I told you we can meet there each evening and go into town. So yes, we can go in there, even if it's for half an hour. Also, we wait for everyone to get showered and changed and aftershaved and come in, and then they can drink the fucking drink and get prepped and then go into. We could do it even for half an hour. It's like, okay, yeah, okay. He was so excited. So next night, we're like, right, we're going to meet over in Hooters again at 7:30 this time because we've been out tank paintballing. We want to shower and wash up and all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, you got to smell good for your Hooters dinner.
Yet again, I go in 5 minutes early because the military man in me can't be late. It has to be 5 minutes early. I want to herd all the cats. And I walk in there and yet again, John sat at the bar. And this time, this is the face. I was like, you all right, John? He's like, yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I was like, what doesn't make any sense? He went, it's Saturday. Saturdays are busier than Fridays, right? They're the bigger night out. I was like, yeah. He went, it's the fucking B team. And I was like, what? He went, there's things I don't want to see. and to be fair to John, it was in fact the B team. I was like, don't want to stay here for dinner. He was like, no, we'll eat somewhere else.
Was it good food?
No, it's just shit fucking.
Is it like burgers?
Yeah, it's not good food.
Oh, that's a
But
shame.
Desperados and taps, so there you go. I'm driving a 16-foot rental after having cleared out the shop for our new club. Have you got a new club, John? What a legend. I'm pleased for you, man. What a legend. We're also chat on £40 of super chats, so we have 60 quid to go before we hit the target, but we're well above the members target, so take it easy if you want.
Has John got a new gaming club?
Yeah. If you have funny stories like that, stick them on postcards. I love funny stories.
My hope for you, John, for your new club, I hope for you that when you use the toilet in your new club, somebody remembered the toilet roll. Nothing.
That's when John goes, fuck, toilet roll, off to the shop. Right? 16 foot, isn't that a boat? No, Umbra's in America. So 16 foot is a normal family sedan in America, which is their word for a saloon car.
Oh.
I'm taking the piss out of the fact that everything's bigger.
Why is
Have you seen American cars?
Why is it called a sedan?
Because they're American, they can't
Is
do
that-
English properly.
Is that the guy who...
It's because they're American, they can't do English properly. Because a saloon in America is a bar, isn't it? With the swingy doors.
But
And
is that
and
why
the
it's
cowboy.
a saloon? Because of the saloon doors?
No, we called it a saloon because we didn't call our bar saloons because we weren't cowboys.
But they call bars.
Well, look, we invented the language. We got it right. They butcher it. Okay?
I'm not entirely sure we invented it.
It's Weatherspoon's
Because
food.
It's like...
I am in Nottingham of the 24th and 25th. I know where to go now.
I don't know. I think Hooters is struggling, isn't it, in administration or something? I think when Hooters scrapped their rule that you had to be young, slim, attractive, and with a big chest, and they went into administration. Odd, who knew? Ash says it's Weatherspoon's food, but served to you by Sydney Sweeney wannabes rather than Billie Eilish wannabes.
I don't know who that is. Who's Sydney Sweeney?
The actress.
Yeah, I know who Billie Eilish is. Who's Sydney Sweeney?
The actress.
What have they? Who's she been in? What's she been in?
Films? I don't know. I know she's an actress. Who's been in lots of films.
So you're giving me some shade, but you can't name a film she's been in.
I can't name a film my favourite actors have been in, Luce. That's not entirely...
Right, Google.
Me and actors' names and film names is not really the benchmark.
Ba 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 bum 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 ba bum. YouTuber retains his cheese-chasing title.
I did not.
Not you.
Have you seen the cheese chase this year?
Oh, well. It was risky this year because it's been a very, very dry spring. So the ground was really hard. They had paramedics and all sorts.
Yeah.
But the winner was quoted saying, "I worked for this. I risked my life for this. It's my cheese." Good quote.
It's a strong quote.
We're very passionate about cheese.
We and rightly so.
But-
Another thing the Americans murder.
But the winner isn't English. He's from Munich.
There was an individual who went tumbling down that cheese wheel. And I mean, like his arm was bending a different way.
Have you seen some of the footage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, his arm was not in one piece afterwards.
People be calling in sick on Monday.
Wasn't it on a Monday?
Was it?
I don't know.
I thought it'd be a weekend thing.
I don't know.
But it looks like, unofficially, it's not on. It's an unofficial because it got a bit risky. So the police kind of keep an eye on it.
Right, okay.
But it's not an official race anymore, I don't think.
Oh, really?
And you win an £8 wheel of double Gloucester.
Oh, I want that.
It's massive. Like, the winner's got a picture. It's a pretty big wheel of cheese.
Yeah, £8 in weight, chat, not just cost. Thank you anyway so much, Tom, for your $5 super chat. You're a legend. And thank you, Yeston, for the yellow one earlier. You're amazing. We are halfway to the super chat goal. One big pink one and we'll nail it. Ish. Sort of. Depending on the currency. Thank you for that news. So a YouTuber won it then?
Mm-hmm. For the second year.
YouTubers, look, holding up the world.
Oh, chat caught it. I
shoulders.
accidentally said, "Who's she been in?" instead of "What's she been in?" I'm so sorry, Sydney Sweeney, whoever.
She's an actress.
Going to Google you.
Yeah.
Sydney
Great Hall, Texas trip. I'm here for it.
Sweeney. No, I have no idea who that is. Something about her bathwater.
What?
Is selling her bathwater. She's selling her bath.
That's news. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candles, whatever it was. Was that her?
Oh, she's in The Handmaid's Tale. I only watched a little bit. I couldn't get into that, actually. Sharp Objects. Oh, I've seen Sharp Objects. Who did she play? That was such a good series.
I'll house people if they come to Texas. Ryan, I will. Look. I had Mini Wargaming Dave message me in the week about going back out to Canada. I had Adrian, I was talking to a couple weeks ago about going back out to California. I got Mikado asking me to come out to Nova. I'd love to come to Texas, even just like an actual 5-day break for myself. I want to do all these things. You know the problem with all of them? Problem with every single one of those? Flights are fucking expensive. Flights are really fucking expensive. So, you know, unless I can learn how to fly across there on my own, flapping my arms really hard. Oh, for fuck's sake. You need to, I know, right.
All I see is red.
Roland, I know that healthcare in the US costs money. At this rate, it'll probably get cheaper to get your head injury looked at than keep doing the donos. Won't it? You fucking mad lad. Thank you so much. Yeah, yes, it literally just says mad lad. Thank you so much for fucking $100, man. What an absolute hero. Liam, come shoot guns and ride horses with me. I want to! I want to, Ryan! I want to! Luce keeps holding me back.
We used to go to Hooters when we were 12 and drop the silverware on the floor. Okay, it was last week.
Oh, amazing. Thank you, John.
Okay, she's not selling her bathwater. I fell for fake.
We're on a £900 raise for Andy.
Amazing. Just £100 more, and he will go up there looking like a T-Rex.
We were £200 away, and McArdle, who gifted 20 memberships and did a $20 super chat, donated 100 quid. You're a fucking hero, John. I want people to know about that. What a legend.
It's for an amazing cause.
We're £100 away from Andy hitting his target for raising £1,000 for the Firefighters charity here in the UK. You lot are incredible. He was at 450, I think, when we went live.
Yeah.
And he's now at 900. We've doubled it. Doubled it.
What chat? Best chat.
Best chat! Not only have we doubled it, right? We've hit members goal. We've hit chat revenue. We've not hit like target, but you know, you're fucking all incredible. Ride guns and shoot horses. Yeah, exactly. Have you considered swimming? I can't really swim. That's a lie. I can swim. I am able to swim. It is a thing. It is a skill I have. I don't fucking like it, and I get really fucking tired. When you've got a head this size and this heavy, swimming's inefficient. You're trying to tip forward the whole time. All right? Living to Hoot is not really a West Coast thing. When I went, we were in San Diego when I went the very first time I went, we were in San Diego. Come to Denmark and play LARP in Kriegs Live. It is Warhammer Fantasy themed where we play the different kind of... Oh, that sounds amazing. I've never LARPed. I want to give it a go once.
I'd be too self-conscious.
I just want to do it once. I want to do it once, but not self-conscious or just be a knob. Go. Not a knob, but you know what I mean? Like, don't think about anything, do it.
I'd want to have fun, but I don't think I could get out of my own head.
Yeah, I think I could probably do it once, maybe. Especially if I could do it as a Viking, that'd be great. We're still 100 away from his target. Are you all right with that, Andy? Can you do 100 for that? You got now. What you've got? 18. You got 12 days to do 100 quid. Off you go. The Sydney Sweeney bar soap was real, by the way. It's already sold out.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all in Joe's cupboard.
I'm a sucker for the bars of soaps and gift shops because they just smell so nice.
Yeah, but what's in them to make them smell so nice? That's the problem,
It's
isn't it?
essential oils.
Luce was spending the entire LARP season cleaning up like you did 100%.
I'd be in my happy place, offering tea and cake.
Krieg Live, Denmark for some pics. I also want to come to Denmark. I want to go to Scandinavia. I want to go to all the places, to be fair, Luce. Life's too short. I want to experience things. Images. Oh, look at that. Like, full dressed up. Looks far too sunny and not snowy enough to be Denmark. Look at this, Luce. Look at these nutters.
Some of them make their own costumes as well. There was a guy on British Sewing Bee, I think it was season 1. He did LARPing and he made his own costumes. And I think he was pirate or something like that. So he had all like it wasn't a basic costume either. It was beautiful.
Oh really?
And he made it all himself. He got pretty far through the series, if I remember right.
Head size? You can shave your hair if it helps with swimming to America, Mara. Don't let then hair bun hold you back.
It's not a bun. It's normal length right now. I'm going out a bit. I need to have some length somewhere. Head. Joe's posted in Thanes. Has he? We're going to continue this private joke chat. And he looks truly horrified. Yeah, he does, yeah. He's in a place. He's in a bar, Luce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is called Glory Holes.
Right.
And it says a golf club for adults. So that's probably where that photo came from.
Is that like the Hooters of the golf world?
I don't know. I've never been there. I didn't even know it existed.
You know, what's the socks that go on the golf clubs? Are they just called golf socks?
Club cover. I don't know what you call them, yeah.
Do they just go on, like...
I wish you could see this. I wish you could see this. You can't, and I can't. I don't know.
What would you call that club? Because Hooters is probably just a wet t-shirt contest bar thing. But what would you call...
It's called Glory Holes.
Yeah. I think they're missing a trick if they don't have waitresses like a Hooters style waitresses, because they've specified it's for adults.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, I would imagine that they're going to have...
Shenanigans.
They're going to have a type of employee that they definitely can't say is their type on the application form.
But they all look like that.
You soppy fuck. What just went off on my Discord? I need to turn it off. Let's get rid of Discord. Gone. Right, cool. Your YouTube, Andrew, doesn't like the soppiness of your chat. Okay. So lately what's been happening is, on occasion, a super chat comes through, and for some reason, Streamlabs and YouTube just don't pick it up. I see it. It's gone onto my super chat total, so it's registered. But it's possible that Brian won't read it out. And because Streamlabs doesn't register it, or let's say if I log into Streamlabs this way, I might be able to pull it through. Let's have a look, shall we? That's the wrong channel. Log out. Log in. YouTube. Continue. Continue. So if I go to my dashboard now on the tubes of the U, and I go to recent events, is it going to show it here? It does. If I now press this button... I did a thing! He's not reading it though.
I just want to shout out to everyone who's donated tonight, proving this is the best chat. It really means so much to me.
Best chat.
We have 100 people watching chat right now. If everyone gifted an extra £1, we'd get him to his actual target. For £1 a person. But if you're there, you might as well drop a fiver, right? Why not? And if you do a fiver, well, you maybe it's worth just doing a tenner, right? Why not?
It's almost like that army advert. If you can ride a bike...
Why do you always bring this one up? You know I hate this one.
Steer a submarine.
If you can fix a bike, you can fix a helicopter. No, you can't. No, you absolutely fucking can't. You shouldn't be telling people they can. Honestly. Right, chat. For frost harpoons or frost tridents to replace the axes on my Space Wolves. Why are you replacing axes and Space Wolves? Are you drunk? Axes is the right one, Andy. Axes is the coolest. Frost harpoons or frost tridents, flat makes it worse. In every way. I'll no longer take you seriously as a Space Wolves player. As simple as that. Oh.
I just want to shout out to everyone who's donated tonight, proving this is the best chat.
You got
It
double
really
bubble.
means so much to me.
I found the back door way in, and then Brian woke up anyway.
Donate for me.
Thank you, Mordy Hammer, for the hat trick.
Just literally bouncing
No,
around.
it does. That Navy advert is a little bit like that. Necromancer Goblin says, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a bull. Have you seen that film?
You can dodge a wrench. You
can
can
dodge a
dodge
bull.
a bull.
A ball.
A ball.
Yeah. You seen that film? Dodgeball?
I think so.
With the 5 Ds?
Duck, dive, dip,
Yeah.
dodge, duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'll chuck some in for you, Mordy Hammer, don't you worry.
That ding was for Mordy.
Yeah, he hat tricked it, didn't he? What a legend.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking hero. Yeah, it grips me, that advert. If you can, no, not true. Absolute fucking nonsensical words. Right, I'm gonna open. So what's $10 in UK money? It's about 11 pence, isn't it now?
So you're telling me that the same guy that fixed a puncture on my bike cannot tighten the rotary blades on an Apache?
No,
What?
no, that's lunacy. Because I'm doing the Seawolves Great Company. I don't care. Axes. Axes. You know what Vikings did to get to the UK? Right? They sailed on the sea. You know what they bought when they got here? Axes. They bring fucking tridents. Axes. I'll die on this hill. Axe superiority. Ryan gets it. That's why I love Ryan. And he's in Texas, so I love him a bit more. Absolute hero. 86 likes as well, chat. We're 14 likes away. Have you liked the stream news?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, look at you go. I'll let you off.
I'm going to sleep the shit out of that bed tonight.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so tired. I can't believe that we walked that far.
We didn't walk that far.
In my mind, the zoo isn't that big.
Today,
And then when you're walking it, it is that big.
total distance today, step distance, 4.34 miles. Total step count for me, 8,950. It's not that far. Not even 10,000 steps.
Feels so much further.
Not even that far.
My legs still hurt.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, mind. It was good.
That snow leopard.
I get really torn with zoos, though.
Yeah, I do.
I'm so... like, on the one hand, I do really like the kids getting to see things and learn about things, specifically when these things are endangered, and a lot
Yeah.
of the endangerment comes from human activity.
Yeah.
I like that education. I also am fully behind conservation work, whereby if this species was in the wild, it would be completely extinct. So by having it in zoos and sanctuaries, we're able to keep a version of it alive for education and potentially for reintroduction as well, if we can right wrongs. I used to do a lot of work with the Hawke Conservancy Trust, and we used to have Asian whiteback vultures, which would have been fully extinct in the wild. Literally, in fact, they were wild extinct, and the only place they were alive was in captivity. And they were working to reintroduce them back into the wild in the countries where they were being persecuted, and they weren't even directly being persecuted. The problem that existed was the cow was sacred in the country where the vulture would eat off of carcasses, right? And what the farmers were doing was they were treating their sick cows with a specific type of antibiotic. That specific type of antibiotic was called diclofenac. And that diclofenac was perfectly fine for cows and healed their, or helped solve their problems, as an antibiotic is supposed to do. What a diclofenac is monumentally toxic for birds of prey, specifically vultures. So a cow would die that had had that antibiotic, And what they also do in this specific country is they don't dispose of the carcass and burn it. What they do is they put the cow carcass, because it's sacred, in some kind of like burial site on some sort of temple. And their belief system was that the vultures fly in, they eat the carcass and they fly off. And what they're doing is they're taking that cow to heaven, right? Which is their belief system. Problem is, you'd get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, and I mean hundreds of vultures feeding from one carcass. And if they bit some meat that had diclofenac in it, dead within hours. So the population just got wiped out because of this specific type of antibiotic. So what they were doing is they were over there trying to educate the farmers, like, because obviously when all the vultures die, vultures are described as nature's dustbins. So when all the vultures die, what's left? You've got rotting carcasses everywhere. You get disease, rats. It's much worse. It's much, much worse. So they were trying to educate the farmers, don't use this specific antibiotic, use this other antibiotic instead. Why would the farmers not use the other antibiotic? So much more expensive, like so much more expensive. But like, yeah, but if you don't use the other antibiotic, you've got other problems with rats and you've got disease, etc. So that was why the birds were dying. They weren't being persecuted. People weren't out there shooting them. That was just a catastrophic issue that literally wiped them off the face of the country. They were like extinct in the wild. So they were trying to breed them in UK aviaries to be able to eventually start to reintroduce them. So if they can educate the farmers to stop using that specific type of antibiotic, and then they can start to reintroduce them back into the wild, they can then do their job again as nature's dustbins. Fully behind that kind of stuff, that kind of conservation work, right? Yeah. And then you see an Amur tiger pacing up and down a pen. And you're like, this makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we saw for the first time. So they've had snow leopards at this particular zoo for a very long time, and I normally see them sat up on a rock somewhere, just lead still in the distance. You go, oh, it's over there. Look. And this time they've built this fucking huge enclosure, and it is big, isn't it? Let's be honest. For these two snow leopards, it's fucking massive. And still, what was he doing? Pacing up and down the border. Up and down the border. Got some beautiful photos, and I was made up that I'd been that close to one, and it clearly thought my youngest was dinner. Didn't it though, right?
Yeah.
It was fucking eyeing him up and getting itself in position. I was like,
quick, Ben, run!
Oh, Ben's so young. He's like, he's so fluffy. I want to cuddle him. I was like,
he wants to cuddle you too.
Cuddling that he wants to do, mate. And I was like, it's stunning and it's beautiful, and the kids got to saw it and get to see it. They read about it on the plaque, and they were reading about how it converts oxygen, warms the oxygen up and etc. And Ben was reading about its night vision. It's amazing education, but it was pacing up and down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't feel quite right.
Yeah. But they're endangered.
So they need to do something to keep them perhaps on the planet. But I don't know.
I know. I feel exactly the same. I feel because we have deforested so much, and the poaching and...
Can we have a poll for chat to decide? Any sword, katana, bastard, etc. warhammer, incorporated mace, axe, one-hand, two-handed great axe, etc. polearm, halberd, spear, pike, etc.
I should make that for you right now. Keep talking, Liz.
Yeah, because of the deforestation that's happened, the poaching, there's a type of market that it kind of comes under poaching, but it's to do with like ritualistic medicine, where groups of people they use certain body parts of certain animals because they think it has medicinal value. So they're trying to honor the animal, but it's still poaching. That whole thing's happening. So then I think, well, if these animals are in a zoo, at least they're safe because they're protected by law, and they are definitely getting fed. They won't starve to death. Yeah. Breeding programs.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
It makes me feel, and then the pacing.
It's difficult because when they're extinct or endangered, and I like the one thing that our local zoo does a metric shit ton of conservation work, and you can track it everywhere. There's QR codes all over the place, so you can look at what the conservation work. So they are doing a lot of conservation work. So I feel more okay with it. And I feel more okay with that place taking my money, knowing that it's going into conservation work. I do, genuinely. But And the other thing as well is a lot of these endangered. What also makes me feel okay about this, a lot of these endangered species are endangered close to extinct because of human activity.
Yeah.
There is another line where it's like, if they just didn't evolve and it's got nothing to do with humans, maybe we'll let nature run its course and the thing becomes extinct.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with humans.
Yeah.
If we could prove it's nothing to do with humans, when it's to do with humans, I'm like, we've kind of caused this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a hard one.
There was a zoo somewhere in the world that me and the boys watched on YouTube because we were researching a particular animal, and I cannot remember the animal. But this zoo came about because this particular animal was being treated as a domestic pet. And it wasn't. It was wild, so the instincts will kick in, and it will trash the house and try and rip your throat out. It's not a pet. But because of the size of it, this sanctuary came about because they were trying to seize all of these trophy animals, which is another problem for things like the snow leopard because they're not a big cat. They're quite small.
They are fucking gorgeous,
They're
though.
beautiful. But people declaw them and think that if you have it from a cub, it won't try and eat your face off when you sleep.
Yeah.
Because you can declaw it. The teeth, however, they need the teeth.
Yeah, otherwise they can't chew. We're still £900 on target, so we're still £100 away from him hitting target. He hasn't told me if he's happy to just do the extra 100 with his own people. 99% of animal extinction is due to human interaction. Yeah, exactly. You need a certain number of animals to bring a species back from near extinction. For mammals, it's about 50 to 60 animals that is not closely rated. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because if you have a tiny number, the issue you then have is you end up in a point where everything's related.
Yeah, and then they can't.
And it doesn't survive anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So that's called, my friend Sarah, that's a different kind of extinction where they're not actually extinct, but there's no breeding partners anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that word? That was in with this program as well that we were watching. And I went and asked her about it because she's got one of those degrees where you go and work in a zoo. I think the keepers, you need to work towards this qualification if you're going to be a keeper, I think. Do you know who will know? Schooner's missus. She'll know about that degree thing.
You lot are fucking incredible. Best for what though? Swords were superior for durability and finesse. Axes were better for raw power and particularly good against shields. Maces were fantastic against chainmail. Warhammers were superior for tackling plate mail, and polearms are so varied they can fulfill quite a few roles. Cornet Ed, our master swordsman, in the chat.
We've got quite the eclectic chat. We've got the master swordsman. We've got the fact checker. We've got our own reverend.
We have, yeah, best chat.
It's like Happy Families card game, isn't it?
It is.
But with
We've got low numbers tonight though. Everyone's fucked off doing something else this Friday. What's going on? Have I missed some big like world event that's happening?
Evan, it's not endangered. It's the. I'm googling it. Jane and Sarah went.
I still have a week and a bit. I will be able to raise the rest. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. Well, we're not done yet. I'm a one-handed axe man. Single, like the ones on the shelf behind me. I love them things.
What is it called when a species doesn't? Is it called politically endangered or something?
Thane's Crusade game was happening between me and Lehman. Who won, Predators? Just working. Yeah, but it shows you as a concurrent viewer. We're on 98 concurrent views. We're normally about 150. I was just wondering if something was going on that.
That's it. I think it's called functional extinction. I think that's
so they're alive still, but they're not because
as soon as they die out, because there's no breeding partners, because they're all related now.
Yeah.
I think it's called functional extinction or something like that.
Just got a massive whopper. Yeah, the new Tau, the new unimproved Tau, the greater good. Did you win? Did you? Good man. What was Lehman running? Was he running World Eaters? Actually, I don't mean good man, and I want World Eaters to win. What the fuck? I just switched stream and I had Valrak chat on here. How dare you be chilling out with him instead of here, Dan? I thought you loved us. The games thing is on. Oh, maybe that's part of it. It's called being shit at a big species. Brilliant. Oh, Sean's here as well. Hey, Sean. Mrs. the Rev.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. and Mrs. the Rev.
We've got two
excited.
reverends.
I'm excited, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing next Saturday? Well, you do know what I'm doing next Saturday. You know what I'm doing next Saturday?
I've forgotten.
I'm going to Twickenham
Oh, Twickers.
for the Gallagher Premiership Final.
Yeah.
Right? Which we bought the tickets last year after Dad and I went to the last final, which my team, Bath, were in.
Mm-hmm.
Bath played tonight in the semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who I get to watch at Twickenham next week again?
Did they win?
Bath are in the final again.
Oh, they're good.
Well, I mean, you say that we didn't win it last year. We lost. So, go on the Bath! It's the game showcase thing, yeah. Oh, is it? Okay, that might be why I'm dipped out then. Fingers crossed. I just thought I'd pissed everyone else off this week. Oh well. Critters practically table meat. New and improved Tau are a bit mental, Lemus, to be fair. I wouldn't take it personally. Did you ever play For Honor? No. Free on Xbox Game Pass. I don't have Xbox. I'm gonna let you into a little secret chat, right? I've been a PlayStation player forever. I have had every generation of PlayStation at one point or another, from 1 through 5, right? Every single one, pretty much. I've never bought like the Slim or the Pros or whatever. I've just had first generations of every console. Okay, so I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Always been a PlayStation person. I have a controller for my PC if I'm playing controller-based games. Guess what? It's a PlayStation controller because I've always been a PlayStation person. At the moment, I don't know why, I have this urge at some point in the near future to own an Xbox because I've never owned one. Just as like a rite of passage. And I can't understand why I have this itch. And it's mostly pointless because it will majoritively sit on my desk and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like, because what I'll do is I'll walk in here and I'll go, I could put the Xbox on and play some games, or I could put the computer on and do some work. And I invariably do the latter. So, but I have this urge to own one just as like a rite of passage. So, maybe. I put 6 Seekers into the Forge Fiend, turn 1 to make sure it died. Ain't letting that thing shoot me. Did it only take 1 Forge Fiend? World Eaters players currently that are doing well are taking 3 Forge Fiends. Switch to Xbox and Games Pass is so much better. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get my hands on an Xbox just to say I've owned one for a bit. Because I'm also not one of these people. I refuse to be one of those people who's like, I've always had PlayStation. You've got an Xbox, you're a loser. Or I've always had Android. You've got an iPhone, you're a loser. Like, I'm one of those people that's like, I've always had PlayStation. Xboxes are great. I've always had Apple. Androids are also great. I don't understand why we need everyone to conform to what we own. Do you not think that's weird? Have you ever had that experience? Do you ever have that experience?
Say that all again. I was getting my fact.
Do you ever have I have the experience a lot with lots of different things, but I'll give you the 2 main examples that I experienced. The big one is PlayStation versus Xbox, where an individual owns one type of the console and therefore tells any individual that owns the other type of console that they're an idiot and they've bought the wrong one and they're shit, right? And the big one where this occurs is always Android versus Apple. Oh, you've got an Apple, you're a loser. Oh, you're an Apple slave. Like, or I just like Apple products and that's fine. And I actually, because I'm like, I have Apple everything, as you know, and I think Androids are fucking great. I don't know why you can't own a thing and also think the other thing's good. What sort of self-validation do you need to have to be like, mine's superior because I bought it? I don't get it. I've never understood it.
I don't think I've had that.
It happens in the camera world. Oh, you've got a Canon. Pff, should have bought Sony. Why? I wanted a Canon.
Yeah, I like the Canon.
What's the fucking problem?
I don't know. I'm
Do
sure.
you, I wonder if it's more of a guy thing than anything else.
Because I think guys. Generalization incoming. I think guys spend more money on stuff, so it's really easy to compare and I guess tear down someone else's choices. Women, I think, spend more money on experiences or
I just think it's
other
really
people.
weird. Like, I've forever been a person who owns an Apple. I've owned an iPhone forever. That's a lie. You'll know this. I tried Samsung for a while.
Yeah, you did.
And it was good. It was a good phone. But I was like, I preferred Apple. I just preferred it. And now I'm balls deep in the ecosystem. AirPods, MacBook, fucking Apple Watch, etc. Right? So I'm balls deep in the ecosystem. And I look at everything else and I'm like, I like Samsungs. I think they're good phones. They've got good OS. When my mum and dad, because of the phones they can buy are so much cheaper because of the Android OS. I'm like, yeah, buy Android. They're perfectly fine. And Dad's like, yeah, but shouldn't I get one of them Apple things? I was like, did you want to spend £1,000 on a phone? He's like, not really. I was like, no, don't worry about it. You don't need to. I don't understand this superiority complex that people get. Like I said, it happens in the camera world. Oh, you've got a Canon. You should get Sony. They're much better. I was like, but they're not. Like, it's individual taste, and therefore you cannot make the claim something is better. It's just not possible.
I do miss a simpler phone.
Yeah, right, of course.
I want the efficiency and the speed of a newer phone, but get all the apps.
For the longest time as well, there was lots of stuff Apple uses ripping Samsung phones, right? Like, oh, your screen's much worse than ours. I'm like, this. I don't know if it's still the case now, but at the time it's like, your screen on an iPhone is made by Samsung. So maybe shut up. And like I said, it was really, really common for years and years and years, Xbox versus PlayStation. And it's less prevalent now, I think, because crossplay exists. So now a person who owns an Xbox can play online with a person who owns a PlayStation, who can play online with a person who owns a PC. So I feel like some of these barriers have been broken down a little bit because of things like crossplay. But it was always really odd, like, PlayStation is much more superior than Xbox. But it's not. They're kind of the same thing. The only real difference is sometimes there's exclusive games that you can only get on one and you can't get on the other. Halo, for example. And and they have a different shaped controller. That's about it, really, in the grand scheme of things.
Ultimately, they all do.
That's about it. Yeah. They all play games. They all play them to high fidelity. Mostly, the manufacturers make the game in a core and then just port it to the different systems. So it's the same. So fucking shut up.
Yeah.
And just live your life. Jesus Christ.
I don't think I've had that. I'm sure I've had something similar, but no, I don't. Because I don't typically buy stuff.
Escapade says, I prefer using smoke signals. Much easier and cheaper to send messages. True. True. I just think it's weird. It's one of those things I've never understood. Like, I've had friends of mine that have been like, oh, I've just got the latest Galaxy or the latest like Google Pixel or whatever. I'm like, cool. And they'll get it out to show you. And I'm like, and I'll look at it and I'll genuinely play with it. I'm like, that's really fucking nice. Really smooth, really like it. Like build quality's great, camera's amazing. That's really nice, mate. And I'll hand it back to them. And then like 6 months later, I'll be like, I've just picked up the latest iPhone. They're like, iPhones are shit. Like, oh, okay. Wow. Mature. Well done.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never understood that. Never understood that. See, my long message explains it all. Which long message? There's no long message. Oh. Ash says, right, the Xbox versus PlayStation comes from when you're at school. You split off into groups of who can actually play with each other. It used to be a real betrayal when parents swapped you to the... And then it stops. To the other one when the next gen came out because you couldn't play with anyone of your mates. Like I said, less of an issue now because crossplay, which you must experience because you're still in school. Right? Yeah, see, Dan nails it, right? Sony, great and low light. Canon, great for sport. Nikon, great in studio. It literally depends what you want things for. But I don't get it. Anyway, chat. It is now 10:30. So it's the new finish time for After Dark because we start at 9 o'clock nowadays, right? Tell your friends and your pets and your animals and your parents. We are 99 likes. I need that one like. And hopefully we'll get that one like because you will enjoy Loose Facts, which is the final part of After Dark, the final part of the week. Thank you so much. The first week in June has been all right. We've hit most of our targets throughout the week. You've been incredible. We have pretty much doubled the amount raised for Andy's Firefighters charity, which is fucking insane in itself, by the way, whilst also hitting membership goals, whilst also hitting super chat goals. That's amazing. Like, you fucking incredible human beings. So thank you so much for basically doubling that. He's £100 off. I might bang the drum gently again at some point in the next 7 days to see if we can push him over the edge and get him to the 1,000. It might be that I do it on a game stream where there's 500 people watching rather than you 100. You lot are incredible, though. Thank you so much. You're amazing. We've just gone over 100 likes as well. So, right at the end right now, we're going to say thank you with a loose fact. We're going to fuck off for the weekend and enjoy ourselves. I've got a video to edit tomorrow for the bike channel, !bike, if you like motorbikes. Right, !bike, hit the subscribe button. That channel, Luce, is up to 240 subscribers now.
Whoop, whoop.
And the last video's got over 2,000 views. It's really good for that one.
I like watching the biker ones because it's a bit of like chill.
It's a bit of ASMR almost.
Yeah, I can just watch. Although I know where you're biking around, it's like a weird. It's kind of like a nice roller coaster.
What's odd as well, right? It's like a lot of the Talking Head streams that they go to 1,500, 2,000 views quite commonly. The game streams go like 6, 7, 8, 10,000 views quite commonly. We get last night. You'd have had kittens last night. We peaked at 580 concurrent viewers.
No, that's too many.
On the game stream, right? Which is amazing. But there becomes a point where you kind of just get used to it, and it's a beat rate that happens. And you're used to seeing 400 or 500 people watching, and you're used to seeing a few thousand views. The bike channel, this last video, I've been refreshing it on the app. I haven't done this for ages. I've been refreshing it like, it's over 2,000. Look, there's some more. I've been going to in the bike Discord, which is also linked to the video. I've been going to the Discord going, people, it's got over 2,000. Like, oh, well done. I'm like, I'm so excited again. That's genuinely been happening. So that I'm editing tomorrow. !bike in chat if you care about that. And then on Sunday, there is some VAG content. I'm going to be playing some Battlefield 1 on Sunday. So !VAG in chat if you want to come and hang out with us on the gaming channel. If you've got the right reaction role in the Discord server, it will tell you when we go live on that channel. Or if you're in the VAG Discord server, that will also tell you. Multiple Discords, multiple channels, living the dream, making content all the time, non-stop content all day, every day. I love it. I'm here for it. Like I said, we're going to end with a loose fact. You get to decide true or false, loose or loose. And I have seen that yes, and it is in chat. So we might get fact checked. The reason why, I'm sure you won't mind me saying, the reason why we didn't get fact checked the other night is because he had to rush his mum into A&E. And found out today that it looks like she's had a mild heart attack.
Oh my god!
But is in the best place. So I'm sure I speak for everyone yesterday when we say much love to Mummy Jones. Hope she's doing okay, because that's probably pretty terrifying. Yeah. So lots of love to you, mate. So don't worry about fact checking. I'm obviously only joking. But thank you everyone for hanging out. Loose fact.
Surgeons who spend 3 hours a week playing video games make fewer mistakes during operations.
Is there an upper end limit to that though? Surgeons who spend between 3 and 10 hours playing video games make less mistakes.
That's it. The next time James goes in for any kind of implant, I'm like, now how many
surgeons
battlefields have
who
you
play
played?
74 hours a week playing Fortnite make loads of mistakes because they're fucked.
Yeah, the anesthesiologist came in to do his cannula, and I think he was nervous because it's kids, isn't it? And kids get upset. I should have been like, I don't think you've played enough Mario last night because we can't seem to find a vein. So
when I last had a cannula put in, I had a trainee anesthesiologist doing the cannula, and it was and I will almost always say this: we've got a trainee with us. Do you mind if they have a go at putting the cannula in? And I was like, yeah, fine. It's a cannula. What can you do? You can't kill me. Right? Yeah. Cool, go for it. If they're like, we've got a trainee, would you mind him doing the heart transplant? Absolutely not. I'd like that to go well, right? But a cannula, yeah, go for it. And he fucking pincushioned one hand, and it was all swollen up here, and he didn't get it in. And they were like, I'm ever so sorry. We now can't use that hand. It's all right if we try the other hand. I was like, yeah, fine. I'm like, I'm a bit uncomfortable now. But by the time I come round, it'll gone down. It'll be fine. Yeah. And he almost fucked that hand up as well, and then finally got it right at the end. and like literally last go. Otherwise, it's a case of the other guy's going to have to step in because you won't get another chance. And he got it, and I was like, way, like really. In hindsight, it sounded quite sarcastic, but I'm a fucking pincushion right here. I've got 2 but yeah, he did it in the end, and he was like, I'm really grateful. I was like, so you've got to learn somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to.
I was really grateful for when I had James and I lost quite a lot of blood, and they were umming and ahhing, does she need a transfusion? Will she make the blood up on her own? The paediatric guy came in, and he was in scrubs, and he had a hoodie on. And you could tell he was around kids a lot because he was just really calm and casual. I was not.
It was like a natural.
I was properly under the weather. And then he looked at my arms, no veins, obviously, everything had sunk. And he was like, I reckon I can get a vein from your foot. And he made the joke with me, if I don't get it from your foot, I'll have to get a vein in your scalp. And I looked at him and I went, I'd really rather not go home with a shaved head as well as
it's cool.
The trauma that has happened. And he got it one go. But then when I had my cannula to have Ben, I remember being nervous then and saying, you've got essentially one opportunity because it's such a... When you wiggle your fingers and you see the bones move on your forehand, I just can't be okay with the pincushion thing. You've got one opportunity. If you don't get it
Mind you,
then come back in half an hour because I can't
Shave
keep having to
scalp.
stab my hand.
Shaved scalp can be cool. Natalie Dormer, who played...
Who's this now?
She played Marjorie Tyrell in Game of Thrones.
I didn't really watch that. Who? Natalie who?
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie.
Is that how you say it? Is that what it is?
Dormer.
A notable study led by Dr. James Rosser Jr. assessed 33 surgeons and residents participating in a laparoscopic program. Findings revealed those who played games more than 3 hours weekly made 37% fewer errors, completed tasks 27% faster.
That's quite the gains, isn't it?
Thanks, Easton.
She is bouncing.
Oh, Emmy, that's silly, wasn't it?
She just smashed her head off. You just made the dog smash the head off the desk. How'd you feel about that? She's fine. Come here.
Fine. She's going to walk it off. You're going to walk it off.
You okay?
James watched a thing on YouTube about how... little but often gaming helps decision making. So when kids get really nervous about making quick decisions, it actually improves decision making. Cognitive function. There was 2 other things as well that I was listening thinking, I see where you're going with this, James.
Yeah, I believe it. I fully believe it. And actually, Evan said my wife is a gamer and a surgeon.
What?
And her scores in school at practical surgery were were higher than a lot of her classmates. So it's true. But I fully believe it as well. Fully believe it.
Whoa, what kind of surgeon?
Yeah, what kind of surgeon? I'm interested, actually. That sounds like she's fancy. Yeah, I'm here for it. I love it. Thank you, Yeston, by the way. That fact is incredible and interesting. And I sort of have heard that before. I'd never known the statistics. That's quite a significant increase in, or improvement, I should say, in errors and speed. But thank you so much for the pink one as well. You legend. What a fucking hero. Usually playing with my joysticks makes me go blind. What a fucking legend, though. You're so very kind of you.
Dog emoji.
Dog emoji. Mm-hmm.
She's walking it off.
She bounced around like a fucking knob when Eston got his hat trick, and she smashed the bottom of her fucking head off of Lucy's desk from bouncing like fucking Zebedee.
I will get the treat jar down.
She's had fusses. She's fine. She's not bleeding. She'll be all right. She'll live. Right. She does several specials. Oh. Did you Google Natalie Dormer?
Yes, I did. I know which one.
The shaved side of the head? Did you see that one?
Oh, her pictures didn't have... Let me see. No, she's got all her hair.
No, shortly after she did Game of Thrones, I think she shaved the side of her head for another program, another film.
No, all her hair. Let me go on to images.
Hang on, let me find it.
Well, I don't think they were going to give me a trendy new hairstyle, babe. I think there was just going to be like a block of hair missing so they could take blood.
Where is her with her the shave?
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, she looked right with it.
Yeah.
Not everyone would get away with it.
I mean, it's no pediatric needle in your foot, but
no,
you know, fine.
No. But there is a way where you can have a
obviously.
shaved side of your head look pretty good. You just have to be Natalie Dormer, to be fair. That's how it works.
I've always felt really awful whenever people say, yeah, I don't mind student nurses. And I think I have to say no because they never find it.
Yeah.
They never, I've got the worst veins. They never
Oh, Shave for
find
Hunger.
it.
Oh, it was Hunger Games she was in. Yeah, of course. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. You're all amazing. Right, so you people are incredible. Like I said, bike video tomorrow, gaming channel Sunday, back with 40k on Saturday, football podcast Sunday evening. It really is non-stop here in Dempsey HQ. It really is legitimately non-stop. Apart from date night where we're going to be catching up on more Clarkson's farm. Right, you people have been amazing. Thank you so much for all of the super chats. Thank you so much for 124 Friday fuckers. You're amazing. Thank you so much also for 450 odd pounds worth of donations to the Firefighters charity. That is insane. You're all amazing people. We've said it a few times already, but Luce, what are they?
Chat. Best chat.
Best chat.
Kev says, didn't they have to shave your feet though, Luce?
So we're lucky because we've done the kids' porridge and we've showered before bed.
I know. I'm just gonna
Let dog out.
What kid teeth are you brushing?
Mine.
And which boy?
I don't really care.
Okay, Ben needs to sit down now because he's starting to get syncope.
He's stood up for me fine on Wednesday.
I'm not going to take it personally that every time I brush his teeth, the pupils dilate, the lips go pale, and the mild hyperventilating starts until he sits down. I'm not taking it personally because he has to brush his teeth.
Are you singing at the same time?
Oh, do you sing to him?
No.
Oh.
Right, you lot are amazing. Luce is right. Best chat. You're fucking incredible. I know Andrew's already said via super chat that he's very grateful. I'm sure he's incredibly grateful. You're amazing people. Be very proud of yourselves. Have an incredible weekend. If you don't watch the bike video, if you don't hang out in Vag, you don't watch the football show, have an incredible weekend. I hope you really enjoy yourselves. You get some hobbying done. Maybe you play some games. Maybe you get a bit of sunshine because you all deserve it. And hopefully we'll see you back here on Monday for the hobby show at 7:30. If not, we'll see you in the next one.